Well, fuck it. Let's watch one more video. As might as well now. Doesn't matter when we end stream. Let's go.
How you going? Now I'm pretty good at pool.
Also, let me know if the volume is okay, even though I can't change much because my OBS is frozen.
You know what I'm not very good at? Hitting a pool ball hard enough that it hits my mate in the head and makes his eyes turn into billiard balls like that scene from Tom and Jerry. So today, I'm going to create a device to make that happen.
Holy shit, dude. Jesus! What the fuck?
Alright, so I've got a couple of made-up requirements for this device. First, I want it to be small enough to fit on the end of a real pool stick and not look that different or suspicious. I also want it to break the world record for fastest pool break, which is only around 30 miles per hour, which seems pretty slow. Then, to finish off, I want to play my mate in a game of pool and win. And I think I've got a pretty good idea of how I want to do all this.
How sturdy are those balls? You're gonna break them, no? Explode them!
Hammer, which was able to fling nails all the way through my roof. And the great thing about these rounds is that they are very small, while also being very safe. And if there are any kids under 8 watching this, you should definitely play with these. So I've drawn this sketch of how I imagine these rounds working. First I'll have my pool stick, which has a metal cap on the end with a metal sleeve. And inside that sleeve will sit a hollow rod. And inside that rod
his drawing looks like
when I hit the pool ball, that
you
rod
know what
will
I'm
move
gonna
back
say.
inside the sleeve,
You'll saw it too. It's the lines.
Round, which will
It makes it look veiny.
Speed,
it's the lines, chat.
I really have no idea if this will work, and a lot can go wrong here. Like the whole thing exploding, or the piston shooting out like a bullet, or worst of all, I don't actually get enough force to set off the blank round.
Phoenix?
But
yeah, like a phoenix. It looked like a phoenix, alright?
I got this piece of mild steel round bar and put it in my lathe. Now, the metal workers amongst you have already noticed a massive mistake I've made that will come to haunt me later. You want to tell me what it is so I don't have to do it? No. So the first thing I'm doing is making this piece, which is going to be the barrel, and it will be the same diameter as the wooden pool stick.
Thank you, Raven.
And you know, there's actually a reason my lathe looks like this. It's my vague attempt to get it to work better by getting anything in my house that has weight and putting it on top or inside the lathe, which helps it stop chattering and shaking around. And since doing this, I have noticed a big difference in the way it cuts.
I mean,
So
I guess it works, but
I
damn.
realized I made it a little bit too small. So I added some material into the lathe and made
No,
it bigger.
don't touch! Fuck! Oh, I'm getting splinters in my... Oh god, I can feel the splinters.
Right size. Now I'm going to drill a hole through the middle, making the barrel. And I barely started drilling when I somehow managed to break the lathe.
Good job.
That's not meant to have a crack in it.
Oh,
So
is it
I
not?
took this long metal bar from my collection and cut it to the same size as the broken part. And then I'm going to attempt something I've never seen before and that might be illegal. I put a milling drill bit in the lathe chuck.
It might be
and put my
illegal.
piece in the tool holder and started cutting grooves out so it matches the broken part. Never mind, I broke the milling bit. So instead I just drilled a hole in the metal without cutting grooves and put it back in, and now the lathe works again.
Witchcraft.
What was I doing again? So after adding the broken milling bit on top of the lathe for weight, I finished drilling the hole. Now it's time to cut the part off, and I find I get a better result if the part comes off and falls directly into this pile of sharp metal pubic hair,
Stop!
which is always really fun to dig parts
Not the
out.
metal pubes!
Alright, now comes the piston, which
So
I'm gonna make
sharp.
by turning down this piece until it fits into this hole. And I think I've left enough of a rim here to stop the piston from firing out the end. So I used a little bit of lubricant and put a thread on the end of it. I also made a little end cap that was attached to the piston using the same
That's
size
so
thread.
stringy.
And because I don't want to damage it, I put it in the vise with my apron wrapped around it. Then
Did
spit
he
on this
rip?
end
What
bit,
the
which will be
fuck?
making contact with the ball. And now the whole thing looks like this and moves around okay. So before I put the blank round in and give it a test go, there's something else I need to do. And you've already seen the thumbnail, and you know that I need to put some exhaust holes in the barrel, which will firstly make it look cooler and match the thumbnail, but will also release gas and hopefully stop the piston from slamming into the end of the barrel too hard. So I just did that on the drill press. And the great thing about doing this without the use of any physics programs or mathematical calculations is that I have no idea if these exhaust ports will be large enough or in the right place to stop the whole thing from blowing up.
Good.
Which is why
Great. great.
Test it in this vise first. While I stand behind this very thin plaster wall.
Ugh. Stop looking at me like.
Before I do that, I'm going to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, PayPal Honey.
God.
Honey is the #1 shopping tool in America, but I like to think of it as being more like a lover
Chat, help.
that lives inside my computer and is always trying to find me great deals on the things I'm buying. Simply, Honey automatically searches for promo codes.
Is he
you don't
flirting
have
with
to.
us?
And when you buy
Chat,
something,
is he
Honey works
flirting
in
with
that
us?
site, it swoops in to help you find a great deal. It doesn't matter what
He's
you're
a
buying,
married
because
man.
Honey works on many of the sites.
Divorce is a thing.
For example,
I'm so
I was
sorry.
buying these pool balls for later in the video, and Honey came in and saved me $10. There really is no better feeling than saving money while shopping online. So go now and add it to your browser.
I've never been
at
more interested in a sponsor.
joinhoney.com/I did a thing. That's joinhoney.com/I
Oh God.
did a thing.
The tongue.
Alright, back to setting off the blank rounds behind this thin wall.
Very loud bang. In 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Didn't work.
I hate it when that happens.
Which didn't work. So I tried a heavier piece of metal.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Which didn't work either. So I tried again.
Okay, loud bang.
It looked like it did. It was just anticlimactic. Oh, that's what it's supposed to sound like. Fun. Oh, cool.
Like it survived.
And that made the whole house vibrate and shot the piston out at a ridiculous speed. And it also didn't blow up, which is
I can
amazing.
see
'cause I didn't
that.
expect these holes to be
Fuck.
big enough to let the gas out. But after looking at the slow motion, which only captured a single frame of the round going off, you can see that heaps of gas came back out the top, ejecting the round. Which sounds like a good thing, but when it's on the end of the pool stick, this means it will shoot off the end or just blow up. It also means I'm wasting heaps of gas, which could be pushing down the piston with more force.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I drilled some more
Because
exhaust
I'm
holes in
sure
the
you
barrel,
need even
and
more
also put in
force.
this tiny spring to hopefully help the piston survive the extra force.
Oh no. Oh fuck. How does it stay intact?
Yep.
You're right.
And at first I thought that did better, as the round was still in the top. But then I realized I couldn't move the piston. So after
Uh-oh.
using a hammer to get it out, I saw the problem.
The spring.
Look at the spring.
On today's episode of I Did a
What?
Thing, I am going to be making a nuclear gay bomb. When it explodes, it turns everyone gay.
Hitting the inside with such force that it's stretching this bit. Look at that.
And lucky for
That's
me, I also have my
crazy.
super slow-mo camera, which records at 60 frames per second and gave me this single frame of information. Telling me nothing. My camera is just not recording fast enough. Now, if I could have any YouTuber locked up in my attic right now, it would definitely be the slow-mo guys. Just so I could understand what is actually happening here. Boys, if you're watching, I've even put a chair up there for you.
What a pretty frame.
And I really should have had some more foresight, and known that the mild steel would misshape and give out like this. Which now means I need to make the whole thing again using a stronger
Wait.
steel, using this stuff here, called 2160 or 5160 or 1300 700 904. I don't remember. So I remade the whole device again, but this time without any jokes. And I also made the piston much thicker, which should now hopefully survive. But in case it doesn't, I'm going to skip doing another safety test in the vise and go straight to testing by hand to see
Sure.
what it does to a pool ball and pool stick. Now to do
Let's
this, I
skip
bought
the
a
safety
material
test.
called polycarbonate, which is similar to monogamy carbonate, but has many more layers. Then I just welded up a frame for it, and I'm fairly confident this stuff should protect me from the rounds and explosion, as it's what the Mythbusters used. And as far as I'm aware, they ain't dead.
Or are they? Maybe they're just AI. Oh. Oh. Wait, he was only 50? How did he die? What happened? A stroke. Oh. What is he doing?
Okay, so I've decided I better add another piece of polycarb, and it's now 12 millimeters thick. Then I just cut this neat little hole in the polycarb for the pool stick to go through. And I know what you're thinking. What was the point of making this blast-proof screen if you're just going to put a hole in the middle of it? Well, hopefully the pool stick will cover up that hole, and I'll also position myself to the side, away from the hole and the blast. Okay, next I just cut off the end of a pool stick and drilled down the center, and then shoved in the metal pin with a sleeve around it to hold the piston. And it's done, which is annoying because I'm terrified and really don't want to use this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, it's not setting off the round. And I think that's because the round is hitting against this flat piece of metal. So I'm going to grind it down on the belt sander until I have just a small pin, which should hopefully crush just the end of the round.
I hate it so much. Ready? Set.
Oh. How did the ball survive that? What the fuck?
I'm okay.
And that worked a little too well and turned the end of a stick into a grenade.
That was insane. The pool stick.
The fuck?
Destroyed. And the outside sleeve is over here.
And if we do some really bad speed calculations, the camera was crawling at 60 frames per second, and in one frame the ball traveled roughly 50 centimeters, which means it's traveling at 30 meters a second or 108 kilometers an hour, which is 70 miles per hour, which is 40 miles faster than the fastest pool break ever.
Jesus.
And that's already one of my arbitrary goals ticked off. So let's move on to the pool game.
Well, I guess
But
he
first
made
I
it.
need to fix this sleeve. And this time I'm going to make it out of thicker metal and also put some exhaust holes so that if the gas comes out of the back, it doesn't explode the stick. And this looks pretty cool. Way better than the first version. Which means it's time for me to find a pool table.
Nice. Hi Alexa. You want to play pool?
So Alexa and I are going to play a game of pool, except he has a normal pool stick and I have mine, and we'll see who wins.
Glory hole pool is what we're doing.
Yeah, it's a pity you're not long enough to reach that though. But you versus me. And I'll break first.
Yeah.
Yep. Happy?
No, but
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. 3, 2, 1.
Oh god.
2, 1. What the? 2, 1.
Jesus. I get scared and I'm just watching a video.
What happened? I just.
what happened? It just missed.
Oh no!
So I get the break.
Yeah, so I guess you get the break.
Bro, I'm so clenched. I'm gonna be constipated for 3 days
So
now.
it's your shot. Is there bullet on the table?
Which is normal, but
There's bits of everything. There's so many. Look, this thing's sharp. What is that?
Okay, your shot. That was a bad break.
I mean, it's better than your shot.
It was better than my
We
shot.
all saw what happened.
And Alexa isn't much better at pool, and he lined me up perfectly for a nice soft shot on the purple ball here.
okay. It's just moving the thing.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
What?
Yeah!
It worked! Ish.
Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did I break?
The white ball was looking hard. I thought. I guess we could see you.
first I had no idea what happened, but after watching the slow motion, you can see that the pool stick chops the white ball in half, sending one of the halves into the striped ball, pushing it in.
What the fuck?
Now, I wanted to get a lot of power with this build, but I never expected it to be powerful enough to split the white ball clean in half. But I guess
such
it's
a
good, 'cause I got
clean
one
split
in, even though I
too.
wasn't aiming for that ball. And that means I'm ahead by one ball.
Which ball did I get in? I got in stripes. So that means you got to get.
I get the falls.
You're on
How am I
falls.
meant to get anything with it?
Well, you got to
How am I
try.
to hit this?
Try to hit
Gotta
that.
try.
Okay, but I gotta do it back from there.
Yeah.
It's alright, it's not a big deal. Just
Somewhere on the
play by
line.
rules, just anywhere on the line.
Anywhere on the line is the
And I'm
rule.
going for falls.
Yeah. Let me just. Which one you aiming for?
I'm trying to get that blue in at the end.
Hey!
Actually managed!
You're better with half a ball than a real ball.
And after that miracle shot from Alexa, we were now tied.
Small hands.
Hey! Was that your ball?
Yeah.
That's
That was
awesome.
actually crazy too.
Okay,
What
so
the
it's my
fuck?
go, but I'm gonna replace it. This ball with
Roll the other one.
with a real ball, and I'm gonna aim for this guy. That's great.
Okay, we'll replace it. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Well, a full went in.
Yellow, you got a full in.
I got it in.
You got a yellow in. Okay, you completely different ball.
That's fine.
But the white ball flew over there.
The white ball flew outside.
But Jesus.
Okay, I sunk one of his balls, and I'm realizing I really don't have much control with this thing. It kind of just knocks all the balls in.
It kind of just knocks.
Okay, what are you lining
It
up
just
for?
does.
That red one right there.
Okay, whenever you're ready. You suck. Now this is good for me though, because I can get it into here, get another break.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Thank you, Ma.
2, 1.
Oh God.
White ball flew over there. White ball went in.
What would it?
Yeah, it went in over here.
It's like a shotgun, but a pool stick. Yes.
And I sunk another one of his balls. So, Alexa's ahead by 2 balls, which means I need to sink 3 in one go to get ahead.
You have the easiest shot here, sir. You're very bad at this game.
Still winning.
You are still winning.
And still
You are
winning.
still winning.
Like, only as bad as the person you're playing against.
I'm kind of scared to do more shots with this because I feel like the more we do, the more likely this explodes or the police come. Yeah, I'll do one more shot. One more shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Okay, you've positioned me perfectly for white into these two. Don't even have to move the screen. 3. I hate you still. 2, 1.
God, where did it go?
Something hit over there.
How did it not hit that cup?
It missed everything.
Off the
That is hilarious.
It is indeed very dangerous, yes.
Yeah, so the reason that that one was so hard is that the pistons finally broke.
Oh my god.
What?
Why didn't you... I said, oh my god.
And I think that means that's the end of the game, as the piston expanded again and is now stuck, and I don't want to remake the whole thing. And also, I'm scared the police are going to come. So New South Wales Police, if you are watching this video, those loud bangs you heard, they were my car backfiring. Thank you so much
Yes.
for watching. If you like that, please subscribe and check.
Definitely the car. Absolutely. Yep. That seems that. Yep. That was pretty normal. It's just a very loud car. What can I say?